Hello, welcome back to the A to Z of Zentangle. It's been a few days, I do apologise about that. But in the A to Z we have reached the letter D, and today we are doing this funky tile that looks very much like a floor tile, and it is called Diamond Heart by Ginny Lu. So let's get started. So I'm going to start with a 3.5 by 3.5 inch tile. And I'm going to draw 4 dots in the corners, and we're going to connect those with some straight lines. And this pattern is a grid tangle, so we need to create a grid. So I'm going to do this I'm going to split each section side into 3. I'm using an 01 pen today, so I'm going to draw the top line, and then I want to work out where to draw my other 2 lines so they're relatively even. Retrace the bottom line. I find it easier to draw lines horizontally away from me. I think there's less chance of them going off plan. I mean, my lines are never going to be straight, so it's just, yeah. I've tried very hard to draw straight lines and it doesn't happen. So what we're going to do is I'll show you it in one box, and then I like to do it in stages. So we're going to draw a square in one of the corners, and then in the opposite corner I'm going to draw another square, and then we're going to aura these lines, and they're not going to connect together. And now we're going to connect those aura lines with a diagonal line. And then I like to turn my tile so it's easier, it's an easier position. And then in the corner I'm going to draw a heart, and then a larger heart on the outside. And hearts are not my favourite things to draw because I can very rarely get them even. So you can either keep doing it in those steps, mirroring, but I like to do things. I like to do things in stages, which is why I find Zentangle really helpful, because everything's broken up into a few patterns. So what I'm going to do is do all of the boxes and auras at the same time. So with this, I'm going to miss this one out because that's where our heart flower is going to be, and then draw a box or a square, and then draw the auras going around the outside. I'm going to miss this one and place that in the corner there. So we're going to miss this one and place our box here in this intersection. Seem to miss this one out. Okay, now I've got all of my squares in. They look like old-fashioned TVs. I'm going to connect all the lines, and I like to do it going one way and then the other. we're drawing them in each corner that doesn't have a square. Okay, now I've gone round with all of the flowers. I'm going to colour in the boxes, and I'm going to colour it in using a PN pen that is this blue-black. It's like a navy blue, and it's very subtly different to the black, but it adds quite a fun colour to the pattern. It makes it look a bit more like a floor tile pattern. It reminds me of when I went to Portugal. They're famous for tiles, and saw this pattern on the walls and on the floor. I do like a decorative tile. Not much call for it in my little flat though. Some shading, and in the original step outs it doesn't tell you about shading, so I'm going to shade it down the left hand side of, I think, the tile would be. I think I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm going to just add my initials on my chop, and that is our tile for today. So that is Diamond Heart by Ginny Lu. Thank you very much for joining me, and come back soon for the letter E. Bye!